All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our weekly OG Dream Team meetup. This isn't just a training series. This is actually a place where we can get together every week and get some tips and nuggets and keep up and kind of all meet in one place and get the same information. So that's really what we want this call to be about. So thank you for getting on the webinar and or listening to the replay and passing it on down to your teams. This is a great opportunity for you guys to stay plugged in with the team and the leadership here in this team and move forward in your business. So for tonight, I'm really excited, guys. This last couple of weeks has been absolutely insane. You guys are blowing it up. The team is growing faster now than it ever has in the past 7 months. And there are a lot of new, powerful, influential people that are taking up the OG flag for the UK, as well as a lot of new people who maybe have never done network marketing before. That is awesome. One of the big stories about OrganoGold right from the beginning is that this company, from the beginning, all the original leaders, most of them came from a non-network marketing background. And that is what the foundation that this company has been built on. So whether you are brand new to the industry for the very first time, or if you're been with a couple of other companies and had success and been on stage, it doesn't matter. We all have the exact same opportunity in this company, more so than probably any other company in the history of network marketing. And we're proving that. It's documented, it's happening over and over and over again. So welcome to the team, to all of the new people who have just gotten on board in the last month, in the last couple of weeks, in the last few days. Hopefully you've all been directed to this webinar, and a very, very warm welcome from myself and the entire team. I guess really quickly for me, a lot of you have no idea who you're listening to and who this funny voice with this funny accent is. So my name is Dave Doyle. I am a Ruby consultant with OrganoGold. I reside in Western Canada, so I am very, very far away from you guys. I am Josh Maskell and Louise Garland-Jones's sponsor. And the three of us have started this enterprise in the UK, planting the flag for OrganoGold. Now, Josh and Louise decided very, very early on in this journey that they were absolutely going to get to the top of this thing, and they are well on their way to do that right now, along with many of you who have also stepped up to take leadership roles in this organization, and it's fun to be a part of, guys. It's really, really exciting. So with that, we want to get started. So we're going to talk tonight about a number of things. We're going to talk a little bit about mindset and team and growth, because that is very, very relevant to what's going on right now for you guys. Also, we want to give you guys some practical information as well. We want to give you some of the how to actually get your business started and where to go to find the information to do that properly and to get the proper information. All right. So we're going to start a little bit with just talking about team. So OrganoGold is founded upon 3 pillars, we call it. Okay, the 3 pillars that OrganoGold works on are loyalty, unity, and edification. Okay, loyalty, unity, edification. Those are the 3 pillars that we base everything on that we do in OrganoGold, right from the very top of the company all the way down to the brand new distributor. And if we all have the same message and the same mission, we're all going to benefit from that worldwide. Okay, there are a lot of situations and a lot of companies out there where leaders will take on their teams and just do their own thing. They'll get away from what the company is saying, or you'll have, you know, very active, busy, successful lines of business, but there's many of them, many lines of business within a company, and they're all doing different things and all training different things. There can be success there, and there's, you know, maybe that's just the way that traditionally network marketing has operated. But OrganoGold made a decision very early on with the three leaders, the founder Bernie Chua, the co-founder Shane Morand, and our VP of Sales, Mr. Holton Buggs, they have decided early that they were going to build a culture of unity and loyalty and edification of the whole team, the one team, the one dream, right? Which was the theme of our international convention just a few weeks ago. And because they did that on purpose, right from the beginning, that's the way it has been, okay? Is it perfect? Absolutely not. Nothing in this world is perfect. Are there some bad apples? Absolutely. There always is in anything that you do. Families are dysfunctional, and that's going to happen. And guess what? That's life, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But overall, more than I've seen in any business anywhere ever, it works here in OrganoGold, and we have that culture being built. And it is absolutely fantastic to know that I can go build, I can send a prospect to a presentation in another country, to a leader who's presenting who has nothing to do with my line of business. They're not in my upline, they're somewhere way over to the side, but they're going to treat that person like gold, and they're going to send them back to me because that's the way we operate, okay? So that concept of one team, one dream that OrganoGold has is going to be the exact same way that we want to operate, right, down throughout the organizations. So with this team, with the OG UK Dream Team, it's the same thing. And so far, it has been fantastic. You guys are a great bunch of people who are working together. Again, has there been little glitches? Yeah, of course. There always is. And that's okay. That's part of the process, and that's part of the whole thing. But as a group, we want to move together in one direction with one voice, one mission, one message, and attending webinars like this and staying plugged into the leadership at the top of your team, okay, with Josh and Louise and your leaders, your sponsors and their sponsors. If everybody's plugged into the same information, it's going to happen, okay? And that is the key. So that's what we want to keep striving for. All right, next point I want to talk about is there was, you know what, I'm going to share this. I believe, you know what, I'm going to share my screen for a moment, and we're going to go right to the source. And I just read this a few hours ago, or maybe even less, and it really embodied the message that I want to share, one of the messages that I want to share. And so we're going to try to bring this up, and you can actually read it for yourself. And most of you probably have, because it's right there on the Dream Team Facebook page. So I'm going to share my desktop for you for a minute, and we're just going to go and find it, actually. All right. So as you can see, we are here on the Dream Team page. And here we are. Guys, I could scroll through this page and find message after message after message that I could put up here for you guys to look at, because there's so much great stuff being put out there, okay? But in particular right now, Alex Cannon posted this, okay? And I'm just gonna read it. I can't express how important it is to take action, get a little bit uncomfortable, and just simply use the scripts and speak to, not text, people. If you don't, your business won't grow. It's that simple. Use them and see for yourself how easy it is to get customers. Customers lead to business partners. Take action and get uncomfortable, or stand still and don't grow. You choose, okay? So it's a great message, and it is very, very fitting for where many of you are at and what's going on in this team, and it's perfect, okay? What we need to do, guys, and I hope that came across and you're able to see that. So what we need to do, guys, is really attach to that message, okay? So number one, the first thing he said was take action. Take action. Get uncomfortable. And taking some of these actions is uncomfortable. I was just messaging with somebody earlier who was questioning using the coffee sales script by phone, because they suggested that, you know, that it's more comfortable to text. Well, of course it's more comfortable to text. It's more comfortable for me to text too. But what I'm saying is the results are very obviously higher when you're on the phone voice to voice, period. So if you want the best results, do what the training says. If you want less results, change what the training says and do something different, right? It's really that simple, okay? But the key though, and so that's one part of Alex's message on there, but the other one was to take action. So I want to talk about that specifically for a minute. So we're on a training call right now, right? So this is an hour a week. We have the Millionaire Mentorship Call every Sunday night that's put on by OrganoGold. And that's put on by OrganoGold diamonds and diamond makers, okay, and elite leaders in OrganoGold who are teaching us the mindset and how to be a millionaire in this organization, in this company. They're teaching us life lessons. It's true personal development, okay? So we've got this weekly webinar. We've got the Millionaire Mentorship Call. We've got all the training videos and the things that we see and all the resources that we go to, the Cash Cow CDs, the eVictory News, you know, all the training videos on YouTube, all that stuff. Guys, all of that is education, okay? It's education, and it is absolutely important. But what you do with that information is everything. Because if you just listen, if you become a student, okay, you know how you have those lifetime students? They go to school, they take general studies, don't major in anything, and they do that for 2, 3, 4 years. They have the university college experience, and then they finally find a major, and then they go to school for another 2, 3, 4 years, and then they get a degree, and then they decide they're going to get a master's, so they go to school for another 2, 3 years, right? And they're just a lifer in school. What's the point? If you're not going to do something with it, what is the point of having all that knowledge, right? That's the message here. There's lots of training available, guys. There's lots of calls to get on. You know, we do group calls and trainings and UVU calls and all that. Guys, I'm not saying don't do that. Go for it. Be on those calls. Absolutely be on those calls. But take notes. And what those calls are speaking about, the tips and the things that you learn on those calls, go out and apply them immediately. Go out and do the action steps that are talked about on those calls and actually do something. Take action. Do the action steps that are talked about. That is what's going to move you to the next level, okay? If you're somebody who listens to 10 hours a week of training calls, but only spends 15 minutes actually doing productive activity in your business that grows your business, you're not going to get very far, okay? That's the message. Take action, and you should be taking personal development, okay, and education, these training videos and all this stuff that we suggest that you plug into are very important. But personal development is more about applying. So the real development that happens is in the doing, okay? Not the listening or the watching. So I really want to drive that home. And when we're talking about many, you know, everybody now should have been introduced. And if you're brand new on the call here, maybe you haven't even been introduced to this yet, but pretty much everybody should be introduced to the audio recording, the training series website that I put out for you guys to properly go through the 4-step success system, okay? And so the message that I just shared, that's where it's going to be applied, right? You can listen to all 8 recordings and feel that you have it mastered and feel that you can train it. But if you haven't done it, you cannot legitimately train it. You have to actually take action and do the steps in the steps before you can legitimately train it and expect to duplicate it. Okay, you've heard many times in many leadership situations and scenarios and you know, the motivational quotes and everything else. Your team will do what you do, not what you say. So if you're doing the activities, that is what they're going to follow. If you're just talking, okay, if you're just talking and training it, you're going to get some results, but it's not going to duplicate, and it's not going to be authentic, and it's not really going to happen. I'm just straight up, guys, okay? That's what's going to happen. So that's the message. That's the big thing that I wanted to share today. You guys are in a you know, as an overall team of hundreds and hundreds of people. in this group in the UK, taking charge, planting that flag. And you know what? It's great to be patriotic. You're not planting the UK flag. You're planting the OG flag in the UK. All right? And when you go to events, when you go to your next major event with OrganoGold, I know many of you are going to Rome, bring your flag, okay? Bring your country's flag with you and represent that you guys are the OG force for your country, okay? So we're going to move on now to a little bit of practical training. So we're going to bring on my guest speaker here tonight in a few moments. So I want to talk about this real quick. So there's a couple of things. When you have a brand new business partner getting started in this business, okay, the first thing that you want to do is you want to know about them. You want to know what they want out of this business, okay? And actually, I'm going to elaborate on this just a little bit as well. This business is not about making loads of money and that's it, okay? There's video blogs going on the team page, and there's talking of, you know, the Jerry Maguire quote, you know, show me the money. Guys, that's awesome. And it's happening and it's going to happen. But let's also remember to focus on the product and how it helps people, because that activity of helping people feel better every day by consuming this simple, amazing product that they're going to consume anyway is going to bring you more money than any other activity, okay? And we're talking steady long-term, all right? It's very, very important to understand that. So as much as we talk about the money, and I'm not saying don't, I'm saying as much as we talk about it, let's also talk about the other stuff, okay? Let's keep it real and keep it about people and keep it about helping people and moving people forward towards their dreams and goals. So when you start somebody off as a business partner to you, you personally will have your own dreams and goals, okay? You're gonna have your own desires. You're gonna have your own list of what you want to achieve and the level that you want to get to. But don't put that on your new business partner, because your new business partner might not want the same things as you. They might want something completely different, okay? And if they want something less than you, if they want half of what you're looking for, respect that, okay? Everybody's at their own place in their own time. Respect what they want and work with them based on what they want, not what you want for them or what you want for yourself, okay? We got to be clear on that. Now, the best way to find that out is to have a proper meeting with them before you get them started in the business. So the first thing you're going to do is have a meeting with them. Once that is done, then you're going to send them to the recordings, the training audios that I've put together for you guys and I'm going to give you the website right now. Write this down. You can see it on the page as well. www.ogdavecafe.com. Okay? That's where all the recordings are for the actual trainings to take people through the 4 steps, step by step by step. Before that, you need to find out how you're going to work with them by finding out what their goals and dreams are and what they want to accomplish in this business. It's commonly referred to as a game plan, okay? A game plan interview or a game plan meeting. It's been around for a long, long time. Many of us have been using it for a long time. Many of us are using it and not even realizing that we're doing it because, you know, that's just what we've learned to do. So I'm going to bring somebody on here right away who has taken it upon himself to just very, very simply put it on a couple of pages as a document, as a training template to do this game plan interview with your brand new business partners, okay? So I'm going to bring on Chris Callaghan and his partner, Ashley. They have come up with this together. They passed it over to me. We worked on it. We pass it over to Josh. He put some input into it. And like I said, these are things that we've been using, but it's really, really nice to see it in this form in a very simple, easy to use document that all of you can use when you get started with your brand new business partner. All right. So Chris, if you want to unmute and come on the line, we're going to give you the floor for a couple of minutes here and let you tell us about this document. And you let me know when you want me to pull it up on the screen. Give me a few seconds notice, and I will pull it up on the screen for everyone to see.
Hi guys. Yeah, like Josh said, my name's Chris Callahan. 33. I got involved with this with my now heavily pregnant fiance Ashley Louise. The reason we put this together is it was started out just for us. We did a game plan meeting with one of our first new business partners that we signed up. We realised we were lost, so we started out as just putting this together for us to duplicate basically. And we gained some information from Eric Worre's GoPro book, and there's 3 quotes from Eric Nelson, who was his mentor, and they're quite strong quotes to give to your team members. So we're setting them off in the right way, and we're letting them know exactly what they, to expect from us, what we can expect from them. And obviously when they're sat there in front of you guys, listening to this, and then maybe thinking, how am I going to do this? Have this document on the table for them to see. So we've got duplication, and we're hopefully going to build it strong. And like Dave says, we sent it back and forth to each other till we got it right. Dave then suggested to share it with you guys, and I was happy to do that. If you want to put it on the screen, Dave, we can have a look. So here it is, and all it is to start with is just go through the following script with your business partner, congratulate them on taking charge of their life, and find out the reason why. Discuss with them what they want, i.e. a small amount of extra income, or to build a successful team. And make a note of this, because later on down the line you may need to remind them of their why when things start to struggle. So there are the 3 quotes. I'm not going to read the 3 quotes. This will be, I think it's already up on the OG Dream Team webpage. So I recommend going and have a look at it. So I won't go through the quotes. I'll let you go through them. Do a quick overview with the 4 steps. I'd recommend having a printed copy of them there with you to take away. So they're getting it from the meeting, they're getting it in this game plan, they've got it online, and they've got it in hand. It's constantly there. Me personally, I have it as a screensaver on my phone. It's constantly there for me to follow. When you've gone through all that, give them assignments. So get them added to the Dream page. Explain not to put anything on Facebook at this stage. Tell them to introduce themselves to, obviously they'll already be introduced to you. On this it says mine and Ashley's name, but that would be replaced by you. To Josh and Louise to make contact with them, and obviously to the main man Dave Doyle to make contact with him. And then send them to the first 2 training audios, and just let them do that. Don't let them go through any of the others at that stage. Tell them to stay in constant communication with you, so you can keep an eye on where they are at the beginning, and you can spot any little developments happening in them that's potentially getting them down. You're on top of that in these early stages. And then right at the very end, it's just any questions that they have right at this stage that you can answer. And if you can't answer them, obviously you go to your upline. And me personally, I thought this was a great way of getting people started. I think there was a big gap in there that we tried to fill for ourselves, and this is what we came up with. So hopefully you guys can follow this and have some good success with it. So that's me done, and obviously I'd like to thank Dave for giving me the opportunity to come on board and talk about this, and I'd like to thank you all for taking the time to listen to this, either live or recorded. And I'd just like to finish with my favourite saying, results and excuses. That's me out.
Awesome. All right. Thank you very much, Chris. Chipper, really appreciate that. So, guys, it's a really simple tool. And the difference is this. You can use it or not use it, okay? If you don't use it, and whether it's the tool or your own game plan interview or whatever, but the point is if you don't have that initial meeting with your partner, your brand new partner, who you want to foster through the experience, you don't really know what they want, right? You don't really know what it is that they need out of their experience. And until you do that, you know, you're training blind. It is our job, okay, to help other people succeed for what they want to do. It's not our job to put our stuff on them, okay? I want to talk about, so what just happened, okay, with Chris is an example of what I want to talk about next. And it's a very enlightening little piece of information that we learned from Mr. Shane Morand, the co-founder of the company, our global master distributor. I've heard him talk about this, you know, a handful of times over the years. And for those of you who were in Rome with us at the first European convention, we had a very exclusive private training. There was only about 20 of us in the room, maybe 25. And we got to sit with Mr. Steve Martin and Mr. Shane Morand and a few other elite diamonds and 14 people from this team, from this dream team. It was pretty fantastic. And one of the stories that Shane talked about was the marker story, okay? So you see this marker here, right? This is a Sharpie. And what Shane suggests is that when you have a presentation going on, say it's a public meeting, when you have something going on, the person holding the marker, right? The person who is presenting, the person who is showing the plan, giving the information, drawing on the board, the person holding the marker is making the most money in the room typically, okay? That makes sense, right? So if you're holding the marker and you're showing the plan and you're doing all the presentations, that's awesome. That means that you're probably gonna be making some good money, period. You might even get rich doing that, okay? But we can take it a step further. And as Mr. Morand says, we can show you how not to just be rich, but to be filthy, abundantly wealthy, okay, for generations to come. And it's not by holding the marker. It's by teaching other people to hold the marker, okay? Train as many people as you can to hold the marker. And you will become not just rich, you'll become filthy, abundantly wealthy, okay? If you have an army of people holding the marker, showing a plan, writing on the board, okay, and taking up the platform and stepping up and doing it more and more and more and getting better and better and better, you will become more wealthy, okay? So we gave Chris the marker, right? And he was good enough to come on the webinar and tell us a little bit about why he put together that tool. I think that information is going to help some people. I think people are going to relate to what he said, right? At first he felt a little lost, saw what he felt he needed and developed what he needed, right? And now we can share that and move it forward. Those of you who are showing a plan, those of you who are having CJMs, home events, parties, those of you who are doing shows, doing big events like Danielle Hindley just did this past weekend, right? With Louise and their team. Guys, they were in a massive, massive event. And you've seen some of the pictures. They were giving coffee away to some celebrities and having a great time. And they looked absolutely sharp. They're showing the plan, okay? They're out there, they're in front of people, they're doing things, they're following up on those leads and those contacts, and that's gonna create more momentum, and they're gonna bring more customers in and more people in who love the product, who are gonna share the product, who are gonna find more business partners, okay? Those types of activities is important, and they all count as taking a hold of the marker and showing a plan and doing the things that are gonna generate more income. But it all comes from sharing the product and making people feel good, right? All right, so I just wanted to train a little bit on that and share that story. I personally, I love that story, and I really appreciate learning that from Mr. Morand. We want to talk about the Star Achiever program again, because this is what all the leaders are talking about. This is what OrganoGold as a company is talking about. This is what OrganoGold as a company is recognizing, okay? The Star Achiever program, for those of you who are familiar with it, you've heard this. Listen to it again. Maybe something will sink in. Maybe you'll get another little piece of information that will be good for you to hear, to duplicate it to your team, okay? For those of you who have not heard it before, I want to impress this upon you. From the day that OrganoGold started, the first 6 months, the first year that OrganoGold was in business, this Star Achiever program was already in place as an initiative. It wasn't called the Star Achiever program, and it wasn't necessarily recognized the way it is now, where you get to walk across the stage and you get your pins. Actually, if you guys take a look at my shelf in the back here, all these pins across the top, okay, those are my Star Achiever pins. So I have 12 because I've 12 months in a row I was a Star Achiever. The one on the very end, right here, is actually a Superstar Achiever pin, meaning that I have many Star Achievers within my organization and directly enrolled with me as well. That's what the company is recognizing, and there's a reason for that. If you're in the coffee business, if you're in any business, we're going to use the McDonald's story. If you're in the hamburger business and you're McDonald's, okay, can you sell burgers if you forget to order buns? Yes or no? No, you can't. You're out of business. If you don't order enough buns and all you have is, you know, all beef patty, maybe it's all beef, I'm not sure about that, but whatever it is, if you just have that burger and no buns, you're out of business, guys, okay? If you're in the coffee business, you need coffee. And what do we do with that coffee? We make money with that coffee. So don't be afraid to order 450 CV of coffee every single month. Don't be afraid to order double that. But do the activity that's going to move that product into the marketplace, right? By sharing, sampling, selling, and showing the plan. The 4 S's, those things are going to move product into the marketplace, and it's going to make you money. You're going to get that return on your investment of all of that product that you're putting into place, okay? So OrganoGold recognizes that achievement, the fact that you order on a consistent basis every single month a minimum of 450 CV of product through your ID number. And when you order that much product, what it tells the company is that you're obviously in business, because guaranteed you're not ordering that every month and just stockpiling it in a warehouse. I hope you're not doing that, because if you are, you're not making any money. Now you're just spending money. But if you're ordering that much product and you're moving it into the marketplace, you're making money. And you're doing the business of OrganoGold. And you're in business because you have product, okay? So there's a lot of messages on the page, and guys, I'm not faulting you. I'm not calling anybody out here, but there's a lot of tradesies going on, right? I ran out of this. Can you trade me this? Can you get me that? Whatever, whatever, whatever. That's going to happen, and that's totally fine. But if we look at each person who is looking for product because they're out, number one, if it's your first week or two, fine. Absolutely. Your sponsor or your upline can help and support you and loan you product or you know, get you enough, but place that order to make sure that that's coming right away, right? But beyond that, if you're asking to borrow product from somebody and you've been in the business for a month or months, you just don't have enough coffee, okay? Set yourself up to be in business, to be in the business that you're supporting, that you're talking about, that you're in, right? Order the coffee. And when you're ordering 450 CV a month, you're doing the proper business. So we've got a lot of people that are just getting started in the business, and I want to make this very, very clear. You started with your distributor kit, right, of 40 pounds, and you've signed up with your bronze pack, okay? That is how you start in OrganoGold, okay? That's how you sign up. That's just a starting pack. The bronze pack is your first tiny little pack to get you product so you can actually start your business, okay? Then you have the 7-day cooling off period. You have the 7-day wait period where you're not even allowed to order any more product, okay? That is a UK specific government regulation, okay? UK is the only country in the world of Organo Gold that has that cooling off period. Every other country can just sign up for a gold pack first day. And that happens a lot. So with you guys, the cool thing is that there's no buyer's remorse. You guys have that practice period of 7 days to prove that this works, right? So you get your kit, you get your bronze pack, you listen to the first 2 audios in the training, and that bronze pack is gone literally in minutes, not hours. If you do the steps, if you do exactly what's outlined in the second training call in the sessions, you literally will sell your bronze pack in less than 1 hour. So minutes, not hours. And when it's sold out on day 7, that's when your business launches. Your business is not launched until day 7. Day 7, when that cooling period is over, you should be upgrading immediately to silver and even better, gold. Just go straight to gold because you know you need that product. Because if you're listening to those recordings and doing the actions, you're going to sell 50, 60, 70 boxes in your first 2 weeks. No problem. It's done. Okay? We have yet to have somebody actually do the steps properly to show us that they can do that. And I'm putting out the challenge right now to you. Okay? Do it. Do exactly as suggested, as trained, exactly as I say in those recordings, and see what happens. Okay? Prove me wrong. Do it exactly as I say, and if you don't get the results, you come back to me and let me know. Okay? But try it and let's see what happens. So that's how you create that initial momentum and speed and volume and get that product out into your warm market. That's your practice time. Okay? Once you're past that, guys, it's done. You're off to the races. Okay? So listen to the recordings, do the activities, do the actions, plan, be on purpose, and plan to be a star achiever in Organo Gold, because that's how you're gonna do the business. Now, to qualify that, if that's not your goal, then that's fine. If your goal is to just make a couple £100 a month as a part-time income, that is perfect. We want you to be in the business. We want to help you achieve what you want to get, okay? But if you're on this call and you want to get to Sapphire, you want to get to Ruby, you want to get to Emerald, you want to go to Diamond, you want to be driving that black Mercedes that Organo Gold is going to pay for, there's no question. 450 CV or nothing. Get it ordered, get it done every single month. I'm not telling you guys this to boost volume in the organization to get me paid. I'm telling you because when you do it and you move that product, you are the one that's going to be benefiting and getting paid from that. Of course, we all do, but it's for your success. All right? I do believe that's a wrap for tonight, guys. There are a lot of things going on in the team. Please stay plugged in. Please stay in constant communication with not just your sponsor, because if your sponsor just signed up a month or a week ago or this week, you guys need to also be connected to their sponsor and maybe even their sponsor all the way upline, maybe even up to me, okay? We need to have that communication, and we need to have the trainers training, all right? So that whatever it is that you want to achieve, you want to follow somebody who's already done that, right? Or is already on their way there. And that's what we're looking for. So with that, we're going to end this call, and we're going to post this on the Dream Team page so that you can listen to the replay, pass this on to your team, and make sure that everybody gets a chance to listen to it. I hope that you got value from this. My wish for you all is that you take action this week, okay? Take action. Listen, learn, educate, but apply that information and take action. All right, so with that, have a fantastic week. Finish out the end of the month super strong. Keep building, keep creating that volume, and work right through the end of the month. Don't give up on the last minute. Keep working right to the end of the month. So with that, have a fantastic week. We will see you again next week. It's easy, it's simple, it's coffee. See you at the top.